How's everybody tonight? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I was running around eBay and I came across this one coin. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to go to the screen. And well, it's a perfect example of know what you're buying here. We're going to go over here and we're going to look at eBay. This fellow, can we see this? Yeah, he's got a 1937D Oregon Trail commemorative half dollar. And this is it right here, and I blew it up, of course, took a look. And right off, I said, no, no, this don't look legit at all. And we'll get in there and pick it apart and see if we can tell, is it real or is it fake? What do you say? Now, if I'm looking at the screen, I can't see if anybody's in chat. So, hi everybody in chat. Let's have a look. Right now, the current bid is $62. That got my attention because it's kind of low, and looks to be in pretty decent shape. Um, 13 hours left, and you see as these things wear, of course, look at the textures and the detail. uh, the highest points are going to wear first. Here's one, for example. You know, the guy in front of the oxen is flat. The oxen is flat. Over on the Indian, I mean, he's flat. His side of his head is worn flat. You see that all the time. Anytime you got old coins, where does it wear down first? On the high points. But this one, well, it's just generally worn. Missing a lot of detail because it's, what, circulated? No, I propose that this is a cast copy. All right, now there's nothing in the ad that says there's anything other than genuine. All right, please see pictures for details on condition. See photos for additional detail. You know, he'll take your money back. You know, he'll give you a refund, I'm sure. But this one, nope, no good. Let's get into it and have a look and pick it apart. You ready? We go over to AliExpress. Now they put out these imitation coins for, you know, a couple $3. Here's an Oregon Trail half dollar. What's the price on that one? I guess it's $1.50 to $21 depending on how many you order. It's a couple of bucks. You know, they sell them. The hell, they're crap. They're copies. And have a look. These are cast copies. And one thing to look for when you have a casting is reduced detail. Okay, because they take an original, of course they duplicate it, they spend the money and use a real one, and make a casting of it, effectively make a mold, and from that mold they'll make more coins. Okay, here's another one. It's a what's this one? This is a 26S. Okay, but we got some issues because every time you make a casting, you know, it's a photocopy of a photocopy. You get replication failure is what happens. So let's have a look at the coin in question, okay? And what we're going to do there, this is the alleged fake. I'm going to come right out and say this is as fake as a $3 bill. I'm going to compare that with what we have over here. Here we go. This is from PCGS. This is a genuine article right here. This is actually an MS69. They're beautiful. Now 37D, there were 12,000 of them produced, and that particular year, a lot of them were saved in really high grade. You had 12,008 were produced. Let me see if you can see what I'm seeing here. Oh, I put a trail on my mouse. There you go. 12,000 were produced, but most of them are kept in very high grades. Where is the population here? All grades, 10,000 surviving specimen, 9,400, 94% of them are uncirculated and better, with several thousand and 65 or better. And of course, David Hall has a talk about this. 12,008 were produced. Very small mintage, but a lot of them in high grade. Okay, well, you do get some that'll be, you know, worn. But they're not going to be worn like this. This is a different sort of wear. This isn't flat on the high points. This is just reduced detail all around. And we're going to see this as I show you. Let's start in with, the coastline, right? If you watch the coastline around Baja, inside the Baja California Peninsula, the Gulf of Mexico, along the eastern seaboard, right? Let's look at the real item first over here. On the real item, you get all kinds of wave action here, up and down and around all of Florida, up and down New England, right? Inside Baja, you've got a lot of detail here, and some waves, you know, up and down the west coast. On this fake, what do you got? Nothing. You've got reduced detail. It's missing it. You can also check out Long Island, for example. We'll have a look at Long Island in a bit. And the edges and the coastline of the Great Lakes. It's reduced detail is what it is. And this is one of the hallmarks of a cast copy. You'll see it on the Conestoga wagons as well. So let's look at this. The Conestogas, the coastline, and Long Island. And compare that to the fake. The Conestogas they're soft. These are weak. Right? You're missing the detail on the all the coastlines. All of it. Everywhere. The edges, the coastlines of the Great Lakes are weak. And you can hardly see that Long Island is separated. Now, down here, the coastlines, this is on the fields. Right? How do you wear down the field and leave the high points, like the side of his head, breast, arm, and hand? How do you leave those, in good relief, but wear the fields? It's impossible. You'd have to be some kind of freak handling your coin. Well, they take these things and they'll put them in a pocket and carry them around to offer some wear, but you don't get this sort of wear pattern from a circulation, something that's been in circulation. Watch, if you look in, I'm going to zoom in just a bit. You see these little pits, pit where his thumb would be, little pits in his shoulder, little chatter marks, all around the field. So these little pits. This is another hallmark. All the pits, little bubbles. This is a hallmark of a cast copy. Okay, the real deal, it's struck, it's smooth, they're neat. You don't have these little pits all over the place. This is, okay, this one's an MS69. It's a pretty good example, but you don't get the pits. All the detail here is sharp and crisp up here in the Hudson Bay, the coastline, the lakes, the Conestogas. It's all sharp and crisp and clear. Right, that thumb is a lot more relief than the rest of the hand. Whereas the fake one is generally washed out. That's as fake as a $3 bill. Do they have $3 bills? No, it's not there. Okay, let's look at the reverse on this thing. Here's the reverse, and I've actually got this set up better. I can do it on the reverse there because of the way this thing works, right? I can cover up and put one half of the image there over the top of that. So now we can compare side by side. Yeah, I'm really working on this tech issue. Okay. Over on the right side, I've got the PCGS image. If I can move that, on the left side, I've got this. I've got the fake. Now let me pull up my pointer and show you this part. There it is. Okay. See the size of the three over here? That bottom doesn't seem to be the same length as the top. Well, that's a key indicator, but here's a great one. Check out the relief below the Oregon Trail Memorial words, in and around the stars. I've got relief here because this thing's driving over a prairie. Over on the fake, it's flat. There's no relief here at all. Okay, a trademark of cast copy is a reduction of detail, which you're going to have here. Check out on the real one. Look, you got his arms. The guy's got two arms. Looks like there's a dog or something in there with him. Over here, well, I got one arm. But boy, I'm having trouble seeing another one. Let's make this bigger. How big can we make that, you think? There you go. Grab my pointer. Two arms and the head of a dog. That's what's inside here. Over in the fake one, let me make that big. On the fake one, let me grab my pointer here. Almost a second arm, and okay, we have a bit of a dog, but again, we got reduction in detail. All right, let's look along the edge, looking for the fastening of the top of that wagon cover. Over on the real one, we got plenty of fasteners. Now that is a better grade, so that's going to kind of skew the vote here. But also look in here with the rays of the sun the incuse marks of the rays of the sun, you'll see that on a reel. And they're unmistakable. They had a great amount of detail. Over in the fake, however, I got a couple of lines that were not washed out from the copy process. This is as fake as they come. Man, these are fake. 62 bucks. The guy's got you know, a couple of thousand good marks on eBay, but don't pay any attention to that. That is an awful copy. Let's go back and look at, if I kill that, let's see, which one's that? That's the image. Okay. I'll go back to the screen. We're on the screenshot. Bear with me here. I'm trying new stuff all the time. Make that fit again. Wait for it. What happened? Oh, I think I moved something else. Okay, we can get that back into the screen. I think that's about right. Okay, there we got the original screen set up again. So there is the real one. Over here is the fake one. Pits, reduced detail. Down around the mint mark, you actually see a little more detail. It looks like they removed an S and put in a D, and that makes sense if you look at the difference of, say, the T on this copy. This is the 26S copy on AliExpress. There's an S, and the T in States is a better match for this coin. Kind of wore out in the T in States than it is on the other copy. So they got a couple of different dies and a couple of different copies they've made. Check out the end of Baja California. It barely goes to the F. On the other one, the other copy, it extends past the F. On the fake on eBay, it's kind of at the F. They got a couple of different fake dies being used, but this is a fake 100%. There's no way to wear down the detail in the field, in and around the letters and date and stars. Fake, faker, fakest. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, if you don't know what you're buying, don't buy it. If you don't know if it's fake or not, if you can't tell the difference, maybe you might want to hold off on that $100 purchase for a bit. Or, better yet, you can put your photos over in the CoinOp group and say, hey, what do you think of this? Do you think it's fake? Give us an actual question instead of what do you think? Does this look genuine to you? And there's people that'll pick it apart and show it to you. Over here, you got no detail on the coastline. You get extra marks here. You got a die gouge in F. Some extra marks above the D here. Right, the feet, no detail. On the genuine article, there's plenty of detail. You got no watermarks in the coastline on this thing. Around the lakes, the detail's weak and soft. Same with these. And an extra die gouge up here. You can barely tell this is even Hudson Bay. On the genuine article, it's unmistakable. There it is. Hudson Bay, U.S., Canada, Oregon Trail, waves, no pits. Okay, I'm going to go back to chat. Oh, wow, there's people here. Okay, what do you think? That's what I come up with. And I'm going to put that fake back up here. Let's see, where'd it go? There's the fake. There you go. Nope, don't touch that one. Yeah, that's as fake as they come. There. Robert Tuttle's here in the middle of the early morning. At least they put a triple D for us. They did. Let's find that one. Yeah. Triple D on a commemorative. I got 12,000 of these things for 37D actually made. If I grab my pointer, you can see these marks right above the D. And really, this looks like they scraped off an S or filled it perhaps, and then repunched the D into their die, into their casting die. But you just don't have the detail that you should. Along the coastlines, there's a little bit here. What are these islands off the panhandle of Florida? This must be Catalina over here, perhaps. Just a general lack of detail where there should be detail. Up here in the sun, right? along the coastline of the eastern seaboard, and you see, just dull, washed out details on the Great Lakes. There's his head. He looks a lot grouchier in real life. This coin, this is a wash. This just does not have it. And this is a big giveaway right here. Right? There's no detail. This is flat. This whole area. And the real deal, you've seen it. Let me pull up a couple of coins here. I got my scope handy. Let's see. There's the scope. Okay, I got this thing. I got from Brian Wilkinson. And it's hand poured piece of silver. And it's been polished. Let me polish it a little more. As a rule, if I don't know for sure, I don't buy online. Okay, now this is a pretty good quality casting. There we go. There's a pit right in the center of it. I'm not ready. I don't have a stick. Okay, get a stick. Where do they all go? Okay, this is the silver heart. And if you can see that, that's a pit. All right, that's a pretty good one. If you have a look, move these. It's a pretty good quality pour. It's shiny. It's 999 silver. There's the back of it. Now the back is the top of the pour. You don't see pits on that. Oh yeah, you do. All kinds of them. That's the top of the pour. And there's the guy's hallmark. He's got a hand as the hallmark. But the polished area, it's real nice, except that you still have these small pits. And you have all the polishing marks from where the guy cleaned it up. It's all fingerprints now. No Pevis pointus. We got it right here. But you can go around this thing, you'll find a couple more of these tiny little pits. And it's just air bubbles that get in between, what's being poured. Looks like something over here. Between what's being poured and what is being poured into. There, around the edges, where it didn't polish as well. There's a little pitting here, right along the edges. Well, that coin is pitted all to hell. There it is, that's the fake. That's pitted all over the place. Everywhere. Now, if that was a worn coin, I got a worn coin here. Give me one that's worn. I've got all kinds of coins right here. There we go. He's sending subliminal messages with the Ikes. That's not it. Home. Look how nice these are. But yeah, I'm going to talk about Ikes for the coin seminar weekend, so I'm getting my stuff lined up. Okay, watch this one. You ready? Here's a coin that actually has some wear on it. There. Now, if this coin were worn, or this were a poured coin, this is screwed up, by the way. I mean, really screwed up. This one has been circulated. All right. Those pits, they'd be wearing off. This is all screwed up. This is one I found online the other day on eBay, and that shows the doubling up here in pluribus. That's the one I just have to have that. I got it, and yep, it's junk. No amount of doubling is going to make that valuable. I paid too much, but I had to have it. Okay, where's that other one? We got another coin here with some wear on it, I'm sure. I had one ready. There, this one has wear. And what do you see on a worn coin? You see detail that has been worn off from the high points moving down, but the low points still have the detail. You don't wear off the detail on the low points, say inside the ear, or, oh, this is perfect, the LI, that's going to hold up first. But here's a neat one, is the T and Y in particular. That's a real low point on these barber halves. And if you worn that off, there ain't much left of that coin. There's the Y right in there. On the back, yeah, I still have detail here, but the high points of the tail have worn off, where the low points are still there. On that other coin, no, the whole design is generally worn. How do you wear out detail in the fields? Impossible. How do you wear out detail on, right beside it around raised devices. Ain't gonna happen. So I thought I'd show you that for comparison. Fake, faker, fakest, and you see them all over eBay. Well, I keep warning people, if you're gonna get coins and you want to make sure they're, real, get them from somebody who knows. Know your buyers. Buddy, that's no Ike. This isn't Ike. Look at it. This is an Eisenhower dollar. Where'd it go? There it is. It's from 1921. This is before the operation. And we lived like this for decades until finally, they invented the operation and he had it done. And then he looks like, now he looks like this. Yeah. But seriously, it's the chin that gives it away. You can't tell the difference. If you look at the chin and the nose, you'll say, yep, that's the same person. Guaranteed. But anyway, right now I just want to look at the, rather than the chin and the nose, I want to look at the letters here. There we go. And you can see the split serifs right up at the top. And the extra thickness. And I've got another one. I had another one. I don't know where it went. Here's another one. It's the bald head. Well, this is before, the operation. And it was the estrogen treatments, and he made his hair fall out. Okay, we got two of them side by side. Let's zoom up just a little bit here. Okay, we can hold them side by side. Let's line them up. E. There's the E. So the one on the left is not doubled. The one on the right is. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, now the right side, you can see the extra thickness on the bottom, especially if you look at compare the thickness of that lower serif right here. Compare that thickness over here to that thickness. And then it gets wider as I twist. I twist in opposite directions. And you got a wider foot. It's a wider, thicker foot than you have over there. And you keep on going. There's L. And then it gets a whole lot easier to see. I don't know what this junk is. Adhesive, glue, bubble gum, who knows? But you look at the thickness of the lower part of the L. There it is. Look at the thickness inside there and compare it over to that thickness. There's a big difference. And go a little more, the U, it explodes on you. And you're starting to see the split right up there on the inside of the right side of the U. Anyway, that's what got my attention. But I thought it'd be a perfect learning tool. Look at the feet of the R. Both sides. You're looking down here at this thickness, and you're looking over here at this thickness. Thickness. I. See how fat that is? Man, I wonder if I get a card. I need that hair thing. I need a piece of hair. I'm so dizzy, I might sick myself. You bestn't. I wonder if I can put something across there. Well, this is impossible. Alright. Well, anyway. There's always stuff coming in the door. That's a fake coin. Yeah, that's as fake as they come. And it's a darn shame. AliExpress is putting these things out, and they sell them off, and they make them. And it's hurting. It really is hurting. A lot of people won't buy a coin that's raw because they don't know how to tell. They don't know how to tell. Is it real or is it fake? They don't know the difference. They don't know what to look for. You're looking for reduced detail, like say here. You're looking for extra detail, like that mark. 12,000 units, what are you talking? 2 different dies, perhaps? All right, you're looking for reduced detail. As you see along the coastline. Just generally weak strikes is what you get here. You're looking for these pits all over the place. This is a perfect example here of these pits. You see them everywhere. The whole coin is covered with these pits. Even the areas that should be worn still have pits. Wow, if it's a circulated coin, those pits should have worn off from the high points. But here you have the high points, like the butt on the cow or the oxen, right? Nice and rounded. Well, if it's circulated, that should be flat. You know that. You get these coins and they're flat. Yeah, there it is. Remember to hit the like button before you pass out for being up late. That's right. I probably should take a nap soon. I love my peeps. What can I say? You digging the details? This one's garbage. Yeah, you can go over to, where the hell's the screenshot? We kill that. Oh, that's what I moved. There's the actual screenshot. And PCGS, they got them. Here you go. Plenty of detail. What can you see? You can see the whole damn screen. Let me kill the pointer. There you go. And you got this silver that is stamped. Oh, and those AliExpress bullshitters, these things, they're casting, they're metal. Yeah, they're brass with a silver plating, is what it says here. It's still 12.5 grams, and it'd be the right size and shape. But the plated silver is going to look different. Oh, I killed it. Damn it. Reopen. Yeah, the plating is going to have a different appearance than minted silver. Yep. There's no air bubbles here. It's pressed tightly between two dies, and I mean real tight. Okay, watch this one. You love this one. Okay. 12,000 made. How many different dies? As far as I can tell, there are probably 2. And if you look between the I and L in trail, right, and compare that with another one, you'll see there's a deep cut and a shallow cut. Now I'm thinking it might be either a separate die or a worn die. They kept the same one, and it just, you have an earlier and a later die stage. But the space between the I and L changes from one to the next. This is a real close, and it's a shallow cut in between there. More detail you can look at are inside the wheels here. Boy, that's hard to see, let me tell you. You get a little more detail when you have the deep cut IL. You get a little more detail in the wheels. And this could be just, you know, a sharper strike. Let's look at the detail up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Above the 5th big ray. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. This looks like it's a different die. See? Close over here. But up here I got a little more detail in between. So I'm this says to me there are 2 different dies used. And none of them match that crap that these guys are pushing out. Hey, you know, $1.50 is a day's pay for a Chinaman. They make a couple of these. Geez, what do you know? They just moved up in the middle class. Yeah, there's a lot of incentive to produce these fakes. American coins have more value than, oh, just about everything else in the world. There, watch yourselves. Watch yourselves out there. It's a tricky business. The incentive is to deceive and, you know, sell you a bill of goods. That's not what, you know, it should be. That's not genuine. So a nice blue tone sounds great. Yeah, some of those are beautiful. Caru's is here. 29 below. Oh God, it's 52 out there, and I got the extra heater on. I got a sweater, got sweatpants, 4 pairs of socks. I'm over here shivering. I had a towel over my head just to keep warm. Man, it's cold out there. You guys stay warm. Take a dab. It helps me every time. Hey, don't let the kids see that, huh? Okay, guys, I just wanted to get in and show that to you. And show this to you. Look how pretty these are. Dum, dum, dum. How do you tell if it's really silver or if it's clad? Look at the sides. Okay, it helps. But these would be blue ikes. I got a number of these, and we're going to talk about, you know, the different designs and stuff. What do you got here? Watch this. Ready? Ready? We got to get over here to the scope. There. See that? See that R? How it's got serifs on it? Watch this one. This one has no serifs on it. So that's a peg leg. Now 71S, it's kind of common on 71Ss. But, well, now you got to have both. But there are some dates where if you have a peg leg, you got something. That'd be like 1972 Philadelphia, 1976 S. Yeah, that's where the peg leg really stands out. But they're kind of common on these. You love the hair? I'll send you a package with some hair in it. I still got it in the bathroom. It's, you know, it's in the bucket beside the toilet. Yep. Okay, guys. I'm out of here. I'm going to go get warm. You stay groovy. We'll see you later.